All right, you guys, you see what we got on the thumbnail? A Southern style peach cobbler crumble, you guys. This is one of my family favorites. You guys are gonna love this dish. A new way to make a peach cobbler. See you in ingredients. Welcome back to my home cooks and chef. Today I got something real simple and easy. You know, it's around the holiday season, so it's a great recipe. Everybody's been loving it, so I'm about to get back into it. This is my famous crumble peach cobbler. You know what I'm saying? You know, there are various ways to do peach cobbler, but this is gonna be my way. So I'll show you how I'm gonna do it. So, got the pie crust, you know what I'm saying? Because some people, they say they like just the crust on top. You know what I'm saying? We like top and bottom. I already had baked this, you know what I'm saying? So it's a medium bake, you know, because I don't like my dough soggy. Some people do, whatever like this. But let's get into the ingredients. So yellow cake mix for the crumble. We got the pie crust, one large can of peaches. You got 2 tablespoons of vanilla, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, and a teaspoon of nutmeg, and a half a cup of brown sugar. So let's get into getting all these ingredients to make this peach cobbler. So first thing we're gonna do is make the crumble. So all you need is a grater and the cake mix. Not much, you know, to it. What you wanna do is get a cold stick of butter and grate it. So just grate it all the way down. This is how you make the beads. Beat up the so just grate a whole stick. Be careful of your hands. Some of y'all that are not too cautious. Now you don't have to do this. This is just one easy way to do it, you know, for me. But you can chop it up in squares or cubes and do it as well. Get your bowl. Open up your cake mix. So pour about half of it, since I'm not doing a big pan. It's about half, just about. And dump in your butter. This is unsalted butter. You can use salted butter, but since we're already dealing with a lot of sugar and stuff like that, we don't need it too salty. So sometimes I do it with it, sometimes I don't. Just depends on how I feel that day. But either way it goes, it still comes out great. Incorporate this in to the batter. Dry ingredients. Fold it around. Make sure the butter is fully covered up when you're doing it. And what you do is just press down with your fork. Stir it around, circles, press down, stir it around, till you get like a ball consistency out of your batter. That's one key way to know it's done right. So just turn your bowl in circles, smash it down, and then stir. Stirring makes the circles. So you're just looking for this consistency of it. So just keep doing this, stuff like that. You can do it with your hand, you know, but it's a mess. See, I'm gonna show you. You can do it with your hand. This is not a dump cake, so don't treat it as it. Some people do. This is far from that. Just letting you know, if you do it right, the consistency come out right. You won't have a cake batter sitting on top. You actually have a crumble. So that's what you're looking for. You're actually looking for a consistency of a crumble look on the top. You ever have those Dutch cakes? Dutch pies, Dutch apple pie, where they have a crumble on the top. That's how this is gonna look, but with peach cobbler. But it's not a Dutch peach cobbler. You know. Sorry. So I'm gonna get into making the batter. Making the filling of the peach cobbler You know what I'm saying? So I can put this over, but stick this back in the refrigerator to keep cold. So you do not want this to get room temperature. All right, so let's get into the peach filling we're gonna put into our peach cobbler. All right, we're gonna start with 4 tablespoons of butter. We'll let that melt down before we add in our brown sugar. Put the temperature on medium or around 275. You know, and we're not trying to cook it down. It's gonna do the rest of the bacon in the oven. All right, next we're gonna be adding the brown sugar in. And after that, add your peaches. So what I did was I poured out half of the juice, you know what I'm saying, in, from the can, you know, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Add your vanilla in. Smelling good, guys. Cinnamon. Butterfingers. And nutmeg. I'll put a lot of nutmeg because nutmeg can overpower any dish, any dessert. So just mix everything in. Now you're probably wondering how long. Just, you know what I'm saying, just make sure you just incorporate it down till the sugar kind of melts. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to cook it too long, you know what I'm saying, where you turn this into candy. So this is about as much as I'm gonna go with cooking it. Turn your temperature off. And just mix around everything. Make sure the all the cinnamon and the nutmeg and the brown sugar is all mixed in with the butter and everything like that. And you see why, I took off the syrup, because, made its own syrup with the brown sugar and butter. So you don't want to overpower it with too much, of syrup. So now we're gonna pour everything into the pan. But what I'm gonna do is use a spoon, because I'm not gonna use all the juice, in it. Now you can just pour it over if you want to. It's up to you. I just want to make sure I put it in this way. All right, but yeah, came out pretty good. Smells great. So just spread your peaches all the way around. Make sure everybody gets a bite. Yep. Make sure you try to get all the corners, anywhere you feel that needs more peaches. I'm gonna show you why I did it this way. Because, normally people just pour it over, so I understand that. But see, I'm using a pie crust, so it's a little bit different, because I don't want to flood it full of, flood of sauce. All right, so just pour it over, pour it in the center. It spreads out. Once you see it going, getting up to a little bit, you don't want to fill it up too much. That's about good enough. And what I'm gonna do is we're gonna put the crumble on top. Now it's time to put the crumble on top. The oven is on 400 degrees. It doesn't need to be cooked that long, as long as it get golden brown on top. You see what I mean? How it's consistent. It's a crumble. So what we just do is just add the crumble on top. So just go all the way around it in circles. Try to cover up all the peaches. So you have enough filling for it to go on the entire thing. So, and you might have a little left over. Don't worry about anything spilling. That's what cleanup is for. And just, like I said, go all around it. What I find easy is to squeeze it together a little bit and then roll it off your fingers to make the crumble. So let me see if I can demonstrate it. So squeeze it and then that's how you do a crumble. You know, my mom, this is her favorite peach cobbler. You know, I watched her many times make it, you know, and this is one of ours. It become our family favorite and stuff like that. So it comes out pretty good. So what I do notice is fresh peaches are a lot better. But you know, this is an easy way to do it. If you're in a rush or you just want to bring something to a party, this is very perfect to do. It's very cheap and reasonable to make. They spend no more than $5, you know, for all of the main ingredients to it. And that's it, guys. The reason why I'm using it all because once it starts bubbling, it's gonna start trying to come out on the side. So just trying to make sure I pack it in on the sides enough that it holds up. It's gonna hold up, so when it runs off, you know, so I'm gonna show you do want to put this on a baking pan, you know, so you get less spillage in your stove, so you have less cleanup. So all right, you guys, so get ready to put it in the oven. Sorry, you guys, my battery had died and I didn't get the footage of me taking the peach cobbler out, but it is done. And don't forget to put it on 350 degrees. I just thought about, I did not tell you guys about that. Let it get golden brown on top. You know what I'm saying? And this is what it'll look like. It'll come out perfect, crispy, and crumbly. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. And you guys, I'll see you in the next one.